Founded in 2013, Veritas Prime has rapidly grown to become a trusted partner for organizations worldwide, helping them navigate the complexities of workforce management and optimization with unparalleled expertise and cutting-edge solutions. Veritas Prime specializes in implementing SAP SuccessFactors, a leading cloud-based human capital management suite. Our comprehensive services encompass everything from strategic planning and implementation to ongoing support and optimization. By leveraging the power of SAP SuccessFactors, Veritas Prime empowers organizations to streamline their HR processes, enhance employee engagement, and achieve strategic business goals. Furthermore, Veritas Prime fosters a culture of continuous improvement and innovation. We are dedicated to staying ahead of industry trends and emerging technologies, ensuring that our clients benefit from the latest advancements in human capital management. This commitment to excellence has earned us a reputation for reliability and trustworthiness, with a growing portfolio of satisfied clients across various industries. Our commitment to continuous innovation has led us to partner with Qualtrics, a leading experience management software that helps organizations gather and analyze data to improve employee experiences. Veritas Prime offers a unique approach to Qualtrics, leveraging our extensive experience with SuccessFactors integrations and modules, as well as our expertise in Qualtrics and employee experience. By partnering with Veritas Prime, you will have access to certified SAP SuccessFactors consultants and certified Qualtrics employee experience consultants. In addition, our consultative approach ensures that your Qualtrics implementation is tailored to fit your company's unique needs in regards to employee experience. Implementing Qualtrics will help you address your employees' desire to be heard. Based on figures taken from the Qualtrics Global Pulse survey, 77% of employees have a yearning to be heard by their employer more than once a year and actually prefer to be heard up to 4 times per year. By implementing and optimizing Qualtrics, you will have a workforce that feels valued and understood and will be more willing to publicly advocate for your company. In addition, acting on the employee feedback you gather can help increase employee satisfaction and increase retention. When you implement Qualtrics with Veritas Prime, we will help you come up with an engaging listening strategy. A listening strategy is a planned approach to gathering continuous feedback from every employee experience to help the organization take the right actions to impact engagement, talent planning, productivity, and culture. Implementing a listening strategy enables your organization to learn from employees and take actions that put your people first. Increasingly, organizations are moving away from this once-a-year snapshot of employee engagement and moving towards a new approach that focuses your resources where they matter most. The approach still includes engagement, but also places your effort and investment on the moments in an employee's journey that are the most impactful, both for them and for you. This includes formalized stages such as recruitment, training, onboarding, and exit, as well as more personalized moments, such as when employees return from a leave of absence, change roles, or are placed with a new manager. What we believe is crucial is that you adopt a balanced approach. Speed is not always the best, and quality is more important than quantity as you begin. Now let's talk to Trevor from Inspire Communities to gain a better understanding of what the experience of implementing Qualtrics with Veritas Prime is like. My name is Kyle Kiernan. I'm a solutions consultant here at Veritas Prime, supporting our sales team doing end-to-end demos. And I am here today joined by Trevor from Inspire Communities. Trevor, if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, nice to meet you. My name is Trevor Norton. I work at Inspire Communities as our Senior Manager of HRIS and Learning and Development. So I oversee all things HR technology, as well as upskilling our current employees, as well as operate as a corporate HR business partner.
Okay, great. So now that you've introduced yourself, if you could just give us a little bit of background about who Inspire Communities is and what you guys do.
Yeah, Inspire Communities is a full-scale owner and operator of manufactured home communities and RV resort parks throughout the United States. So we not only manage and oversee RV parks, but we also create and develop the land for those manufactured communities.
Okay, awesome. So now that you've kind of given us the background on the company as a whole, kind of moving into, a space that we're going to cover today, if you could just give us a little bit of background about how your human resources is structured.
We are a small but mighty HR team, so we operate on a generalist structure where our generalists are aligned to a client group, and then they handle everything related to those client groups. And then we also have for specialty functions, so I oversee the HRS and learning specialty functions.
Wonderful. So now that you've kind of given us the breakdown of the human resources structure, I know you guys are a smaller team. Why did you choose to use success factors? And what do you use any other human resources tools to optimize your processes?
Yeah, so we chose Success Factors because we, as I mentioned, are a small but mighty HR team. So we needed a platform that could automate and streamline any processes that were traditionally on paper or things like that to really just reduce the manual and administrative burden on the HR team and allow us to put the power into our hands of our managers and our people. We currently really only have success factors in our tech stack. We do have a compensation market tool on top of that, but really we've consolidated everything into success factors as well as Qualtrics.
Okay. And I'm glad you brought up Qualtrics because that's kind of why we're here today. So for Qualtrics, what was the internal business reason that led to the consideration of this? And then were there any other solutions besides Qualtrics considered?
Yeah, we are on a mission to be a more data-driven and insights-driven organization. And so we needed a platform that could help us gather insights and then capture data from our employees. And so we were looking for something specifically that could help us with exit survey data. So, when our employees have decided to move on from the organization, we do want to capture feedback as an opportunity to improve, as well as thinking long term about other survey and engagement initiatives, engagement surveys, benefit surveys, all that. So we needed a platform that would integrate well with success factors and give us that data that we needed to equip our leaders to better support the business. We did evaluate a few other platforms, but we went with Qualtrics just because of the fully integrated and implementation approach to just natively have a solution that works well with success factors.
Okay, and I'm glad you brought up the integration between Qualtrics and success factors. Can you just talk a little bit about how this integration has helped your processes in terms of, exit surveys and things like that?
Yeah, it's extremely simple. It was probably one of the easiest integrations I've ever had to do in my HRIA career. So we have a manager self-service approach to managing terminations. So our employees out in the field or our managers in the offices, if they have an employee departing, they actually process the termination themselves in SAP SuccessFactors. And so the integration actually didn't require any changes to our process. The survey is just automatically sent as soon as a termination is submitted and fully approved. So really didn't even require any changes to our current processes as they stood. It just was able to bolt on and now gives us more information off of our current process.
Okay, great. So kind of going off of that, can you talk a little bit about the implementation process and specifically how long did it take? And then what was the division of work between Inspire Communities and Veritas Prime?
Yeah, so we leaned heavily on Veritas Prime with our implementation. As I'm going to keep saying, we are a small but mighty HR team, and I have a lot of different projects and initiatives that I'm balancing at one time. And so Veritas Prime was able to really take a lot of the manual and administrative work off of my hands. They did a lot of the configuration and design on my behalf. I just had to spend a lot of time, telling them what I needed and reviewing to see how it worked, and then obviously smoke testing and things like that. It felt like probably one of the quickest implementations I've ever had. I think it was maybe a 6 to 8 week implementation, tops, maybe even shorter than that, I think. But yeah, really quick turnaround, and I felt, completely supported, and I got exactly what I needed without having to actually do everything myself.
Awesome. So after completing this implementation with Veritas Prime, how is the solution set up to initiate surveys based on specific events in the HR system?
Yeah, so we defined our requirements with Veritas Prime when we were setting up the process. So we have chosen to only gather data from people who are voluntarily exiting the organization. As you know, those people will probably have the valuable feedback for us. And so we have it set up to just automatically send a survey based off of the event reason that an employee has selected when they're departing. And then it automatically sends a survey directly to the employee, and they're able to complete it, and it maintains their confidentiality and everything. So it's a really, really simple and easy process.
Okay, great. So kind of shifting, from the employee experience there, Once you've collected this information through a Qualtrics survey, what options are there for accessing the survey results? And then how does Qualtrics present this information in a way that is easy for your managers and employees to understand?
Yeah, so we have dashboards that are set up for leaders to be able to go in and access the data themselves. It respects the permissions of each leader so they can only see the data for their team, and obviously while also respecting the confidentiality parameters that we've set up. But it gives the data directly at the fingertips of the leaders, as well as our HR business partners, so they can review the data in partnership with our team. And the dashboard view is super easy for them to review and kind of drill down the data. If there's a different segment or a different way they want to look at it, they can apply a different filter to kind of drill down and really hone in on different trends and insights as we're trying to better support our employees and understand their feedback.
Great. So are there any additional Qualtrics features that you plan to incorporate into your solution in the future? And then is there any other HR technology enhancements that might be part of your future plans as well?
Yeah, we're actually in the process of expanding Qualtrics to also start using it for our pre-open enrollment benefits survey. So that way we can start to have all of our employee engagement and feedback all in one place. So, understanding how our employees are feeling about their benefits and total rewards as we get ahead of our open enrollment season. Then we also may move our engagement survey into the platform down the road as well. Just, give us that total experience and engagement perspective in one platform.
Cool. So just two final questions here. Can you talk a little bit about, you keep mentioning, a small but mighty HR team. How has a company of your size successfully utilized Qualtrics to make more informed decisions based on the data that you're collecting?
Yeah, so we're a small HR team, but we do still have hundreds of employees that we're supporting. So understanding the trends with those teams as the decisions are being made or as people are making employee decisions has just been really impactful because now we have a better insight into how our employees are thinking or what decisions and behaviors are driving the outcomes. And so it's just allowing us to better consult with leaders, understand the trends, and then make action plans based off of those trends to better support employees. If we're hearing in one area that compensation is an issue, then we can start to understand that and address it and work with leaders to try and get to the bottom of any issues to better just create an overall improved employee experience.
Great. And just one final question. If you could give advice to a company that is considering implementing and using Qualtrics, based on your experience thus far, what advice would you give them?
Definitely run for it, as we have been kind of running blind without the data. If you need help, you definitely should go with an implementation partner, because with any new technology, even though I've implemented similar platforms before, having an expert that could help advise on the specifics of that system and the insights was really helpful, as it just really saved a lot of time in both getting time to value with the system up and running, but also allowing me to focus on multiple initiatives at one time. And then I also just make it as integrated and as automated as possible, because we feel like we've added a tool that didn't disrupt our current process, but really just kind of added on and has added a lot of value without having to disrupt the status quo.
Great. Thank you so much, Trevor. I thank you for your time, and good luck in the future.
Thanks so much. Great talking to you, Kyle.
Within these moments that matter, we can engage employees with 5 different types of Qualtrics projects. First, we have the Employee Engagement Project, which will utilize tools like role-based dashboards and comprehensive reporting. This project will help provide personalized insights, frequent sentiment analysis, and customized surveys to keep your workforce engaged and informed. So these types of surveys can measure things like, what is an employee's intent to stay? What is their experience like in a certain department? And things of that nature. The Employee Experience Project will enhance the employee's experience with digital tools and tailored solutions by gathering data and feedback from events such as the candidate experience or a change in manager. These are surveys that act as more of a touch point in relation to SuccessFactors events. A good example would be the ability to connect to a performance appraisal route map and do a survey at a certain point. Next, you have the Employee Lifecycle Project, which enables an organization to use triggers to put someone into a survey based on a certain event within SuccessFactors. An example would be if someone is a new hire, they go to an onboarding survey. Or if they're leaving the organization and a termination is initiated, it will trigger an exit survey to be populated for that person. The Employee Feedback Project options offers your employees to holistically assess their performance based on the feedback of their peers, And finally, the employee benefits offering enables an organization to present the different options that they're considering for benefits and get feedback on those options to help shape their strategy and what they are offering their employees. In regards to our Qualtrics offerings, we offer 3 different options for your company to choose from. The Employee Experience Introduction option presents you with 1 employee experience survey implementation, 1 dashboard, and our SuccessFactors directory integration or API integration. This option comes with a set of questions that are already identified, along with pre-written messages that are already created and a pre-built dashboard that just needs to be populated with data. This offering would enable a company to leverage the Qualtrics expertise, but also get up and running relatively quickly. For a better understanding of what this offering may look like, let's log in as a current employee of Veritas Prime to complete a survey that has been pushed out to us. Upon logging into our SuccessFactors homepage, an important survey awaits us. This survey is designed to gauge our sentiments about the company's current state and our overall job satisfaction. Once we are in the survey, questions will populate asking us about our employee experience, and we will be able to choose from a variety of agree-disagree statements. Upon completion, the survey data will be transmitted to an administrator and displayed on a user-friendly dashboard, which we will take a look at a little later. This will allow the administrator to make well-informed and pivotal business decisions based on the employee feedback provided. The other 2 options that we offer in regards to Qualtrics packages are the Immersion and the Pro. These packages are really for those people who are looking to add more and do more than just 1 standard survey. The Immersion package comes with up to 3 employee experience implementations, and the Pro comes with 4+ employee experience survey implementations. Both offerings come with a dashboard for each survey, along with the SuccessFactors directory or API integration. To gain a better understanding of what this might look like, let's log in as a Qualtrics administrator to see the multitude of surveys and dashboards that would be included in these packages. When an administrator logs in, her dashboard will populate and include the most prominent employee experience KPIs. You can also filter this dashboard by categories such as location, department, generation, job level, and tenure ranges to gain insight into certain demographics of employees. These are just some of the options that you have to filter these dashboards, but more will be made available to choose from during your implementation. In addition to this homepage style dashboard, you will be able to easily navigate to the dashboards of your various projects, such as an inclusion survey that you have distributed to your company. In addition to keeping track of your project dashboards, you will have access to insights regarding responses and respondents. One example would be a heat map where you can compare different ratings in various categories based on your employee's location. Another great benefit of using Veritas Prime to implement Qualtrics is our ability and willingness to build integrations. One great example of this is the ability to integrate your employee directory directly into Qualtrics to ensure the most up-to-date employee demographic data. Qualtrics has more traditionally managed participation through flat file uploads and the internal Qualtrics scheduling feature. The partnership with SAP has provided new options to automate the import of your employee data via an SFTP file export from SuccessFactors that is imported to Qualtrics on a scheduled basis. This enables more up-to-date records within the Qualtrics directory, so when you add participants to projects, they have the most current demographics associated with their record as possible, improving accuracy and consistency. Our team at Veritas Prime knows how data and demographics are used in Qualtrics and can build this integration with your data needs in mind. In addition, there are many integrations available in SuccessFactors that can add more automation to processes to ensure participants are receiving targeted surveys at the earliest available distribution. In addition to implementation services, support can be provided by the Veritas Prime team on an as-needed basis through our Help My Cloud ticketing tool when support services are purchased. The Help My Cloud ticketing tool can help research any issues that you encounter, can answer any questions that you have on administrative functionality. Here you can request information on new or previously unused functionality, design change consideration to existing process or project, and offers you advisory services for new functionality or road mapping listening strategy. When you work with Veritas Prime, we take a 3-step approach to ensure success for your Qualtrics implementation. We take the time to listen in order to understand your business and culture. This lets us build a listening strategy that your employees want to participate in. We then take the time to analyze. You have all the data, but we realize that's just the start of your human capital management journey. With our seasoned Qualtrics consultants, we can help you truly analyze and understand your data. Finally, we act. Veritas Prime can help you create an action planning approach based on the structure and feedback from your employee experience surveys. By taking this iterative three-step approach, Veritas Prime can ensure your employee experience needs are met. If you are interested in our Qualtrics services, please reach out to info@veritasprime.com or visit veritasprime.com for more details.